Okay, this is the back of my yard, my home garden. I did the front on the last video. Okay, so let me start from here. Just by the kitchen door, I have a pawpaw tree which I planted a few months ago. It's quite tall now, but it hasn't started fruiting. And next to it, I have a few Tatasay plants which I planted a few weeks ago. Coming this way, I have these 3 beds under my mango tree. The mango tree is a cherry mango tree and is fruiting. This is the 2nd year of fruiting, and the mango is absolutely sweet. The sweetest cherry mango I've ever tasted. These are some of its fruits. So I'm enjoying the fruits. We're enjoying the fruits now. And this is one of the beds that I just filled with sand a few days ago, getting ready to be planted. Next to it, it's an older one that already has some plants on it. A bit disorganized, but I will organize this one. What we're seeing here is this is a ewedu there. Some sweet potatoes here. This is dongoyaro, neem dongoyaro, and these are just some seeds I threw that are growing on their own. Just threw them in there and they grew. So you'll find a mix of mango seedlings here, mango seedlings, avocado, and interestingly some yam. These are yam. These tall ones going up are yam seedlings that are growing. All sorts of things. In that corner I have water leaf, the vegetable which I planted deliberately. Okay, and then the 3rd one is the most matured. The 3rd one is the most matured. I planted it long ago, many months ago, and I planted sweet potato here. You can see them. They should be getting ready for harvest. I haven't checked how big they are under the ground. The sweet potato seeds themselves, but that's sweet potato. There are other things here which I will show you. Some interesting things I planted. Now, one of the most interesting things is this plant here. This is stevia. It's a plant that the leaf is very, very sweet and is used as replacement for sugar. It has many times the sweetness of sugar, but not the bad health effects. So I got 2 seedlings from someone, planted both. One died. This is the one surviving so far. Trying to get it to do better. I hope it does. Then here you will see, you see some yam also. There's this yam stem. You can see it growing. It's grown so much it's gone way to the top of the mango tree. Okay. So those are the 3 beds here, and of course here is my beloved mango tree, which is about 7 years old now. And here I have some plantain. This is a clump of plantains. A clump of plantains, a cluster of plantains. I used to have 3 clusters. I had the second cluster where the shed is now. I removed it recently to make way for the shed and the cage that will contain my rabbits. I made this cage all by myself, 100% by myself, the cage and the stand. Went to the market, bought all the parts and made it. So it's a 4-in-1 cage. It has 4 compartments, 1 compartment for 1 rabbit. Okay, in the next few weeks I intend to buy the rabbits and start breeding them here. Okay, let's move this way, and you see by the boys' quarters here I planted sweet potatoes here also, but some insects have just come in the last 1 week to eat all the leaves. So look, I'm working on an organic solution to get rid of them. And here I planted yam in sacks. 2 of them sprouted, you can see. This guy here did not sprout, but 2 have sprouted and are growing well. That's another pawpaw tree. I love pawpaw fruits. But these are just the ones I planted from what we eat at home. I plan to get some hybrid, dwarf hybrid pawpaw breeds very soon from other farmers to plant here. Next to the pawpaw you see okra. That's okra, 4. And then pepper next to the okra. That's pepper. Tatas, the one this is not tatas, this is rodo. This is rodo, the very peppery, very spicy, hot, small one. This is ewedu. I deliberately left this one to grow very big because I wanted to seed and use the seed to plant. Okay, this is another pepper tree that hasn't started fruiting. There's this plant here which I have here, this one. It's the exact English name I don't know. In Yoruba it's called elegede. In Ekiti it's called agbeje. It's in the melon family. It's in the and the fruit is a very, very big pod. The fruit is a very big pod that is if you cut it open, the flesh inside can be cooked and eaten, and in Ekiti we use that to make a sauce that we use to eat yam. It's a delicacy, but it can also be cooked on its own. The inside can also be cooked and eaten like yam. Some other cultures eat them like that. The leaf itself is edible. The leaf is edible. It makes good vegetable soup, but not the mature leaf like this one, but rather the end ones, the young shoots at the end. The leaves at the end are very good for vegetables, and we do use them for vegetables at home here. And also the leaves of sweet potato. are very good for vegetables. These leaves, in fact, as they are edible, and you can use it to make salad straight like that. It's edible. So this agbeje, I'm really keen to see it fruit. It hasn't done so here, because I think the land is not big enough. It likes to crawl over a large space. So I'm targeting it for to plant it in my farm on the outskirts of Lagos. I've just acquired the land recently, and started the planting. These are seedlings of various things. This is my nursery, and it extends over there as part of my nursery. And here again, sweet potato and ugu. Yeah, I have some work to do. The bush has grown again. I need to weed, and those nasty insects have eaten the leaves also. So I'm going to work on spraying them. I've seen a solution on the internet that might work, made from dongoyaro leaves, extract of dongoyaro leaf. Okay, my pawpaw tree, which is fruiting very well, and we do eat we get a ripe one maybe every other day. Very sweet. And finally, let me show the end side of my garden. Okay, so here, this area was bush, and I use it as my composting area. I used to prepare compost in those containers, but I cleared it last week, and I plan to plant tomatoes here. You can see there's another pawpaw tree here, so I plant tomatoes in this whole section. This is another cluster of plantain, and the plantain we get from our land here is actually very one of the biggest and best quality plantain I've ever seen. You can see this one is just coming up. It's not matured yet, but it's already strong and big. And so beside that, I've just also prepared, we've just completed this our composting area. This corner has always been, for a few years now, where I encourage everybody in the family to throw waste, organic perishable waste. Okay, but last week I got a mason to make this wall around it, and so everything will be contained, and we keep pouring leaf waste, kitchen waste, everything in here. Rain falls on it, it composts after some time. You might wonder, how am I going to be getting out the compost to use? Well, I'm going to make a hole at the bottom, a slot, punch a slot at the bottom here, and perhaps on the other side too, and use shovel to bring out the compost. Now, to remind you that my objective is to grow 100% of the food we eat at home. It's a journey. It's starting slowly, but we will definitely get there. And there's no space that is wasted around the house. You can absolutely use every space. You can see this is where we hang clothes, but because the sunshine is so good in this area, I also planted yam in sacks, and it's growing. Okay, so my message to everybody is you can produce your own food just by the interest and doing some research on the internet. You see a lot of people share their knowledge on YouTube, and that's where I learned a lot of what I know. But I also have some friends who have common interest in farming, who know more than I do, and I ask them questions. To complete this video, I'll just mention briefly that I do have a workshop. That's my workshop over there, where I'm starting to learning to make various things by wooden and metal things. So I have a lot of tools I've acquired already, including welding machine, grinding, and many more. And again, these things are not that difficult, it's just interest. Okay, thank you for watching, and bye.